Ladies and gentlemen, we talk a lot about our children and everything they have to go through on a regular basis in schools. And it's really a travesty what they're putting up with, but it's really no different from the generations before. It's just that now we have social media to really get these stories out and shine light on all of the racial disparities that are going on in schools around this country on a regular basis. So here's a story that came out on NBC February 10th, 2019. Noose photo displayed in New York classroom draws action from school district. These things should not happen at all. But here we go again, y'all. Here we go again. A school district on Long Island. Well, there's your answer right there to why this happened. New York says it has taken appropriate action against teachers at a middle school for the display of racially offensive images featuring nooses in a classroom. It was teachers that did this, y'all. Teachers. A photo, part of a larger collage on display in a classroom, showed two nooses under the term back to school necklaces. The words ha and hashtag yes also appeared in the photo. If you look down, you can pretty much see the pictures right here. The Roosevelt School District said in a statement this weekend that it is aware of the inappropriate conduct of an isolated group of teachers. Well, don't fall for that isolated stuff anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We see this way often. It is a common occurrence in America to see all kinds of forms of racism on a regular basis. These things are not isolated. Isolated for the last 5 decades? Isolated? Well, that's a lot of isolation. That's all I have to say. So no, this is not isolated. This is America. This is what happens in America all the time. This is not isolated. It is time for y'all to cut the crap on that isolation talk. These incidents are common. The Board of Education was made aware of this incident on Thursday, February 7th, 2019, the district said. An investigation was immediately initiated and appropriate action taken. Well, those teachers, they need to be fired for putting something like this in the classroom. They need to be fired. If you did anything less, then that's not a punishment. And they should not be able to go to another school district and apply as a teacher and get a job there. They should not be allowed back in teaching. Arthur Mackey Jr., a pastor at Mount Sinai Baptist Church Cathedral in Roosevelt, shared the photo on Facebook on Saturday. He said a teacher of color who works at Roosevelt Middle School and did not want to be named publicly shared the photo with him. Once that was brought to my attention and I saw the picture, we knew that we had to stand up and inform the public, Mackey told NBC News on Sunday. All we're asking is, after a thorough investigation, that whoever is involved in this racist image be fired. And I agree. Mackey said he confirmed the photo's authenticity with other teachers at the school before contacting administrators this weekend. The district said in its statement that it has zero tolerance, blah, blah, blah. We don't condone these racist images, blah, 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 blah. We get these stations. You know what the problem is? They give these statements all the time, ladies and gentlemen. But Nothing ever changes because they got racists on their staff. This is why nothing changes. It doesn't matter if you keep putting statements like this out, but you keep hiring a bunch of racists. Then it's kind of counterproductive even coming out with these comments. Roosevelt Middle School has a student body as of 2017-2018 school year that is 50% Hispanic or Latino and about 45% Black or African American, according to the New York State Education Department. Mackey, a long-time Roosevelt resident, said the Roosevelt school system was under state control from 2002 to 2013. It was the first district in New York to be taken over by the state. It was removed from the State Department's list of struggling schools in 2016. We've come a long way with their grades, Mackey said. For a teacher to do this is a humiliating situation. You know, these things are never going to change until Black parents make a conscious decision to get your kids out of these schools because they're causing more harm than good. I get that many of you have to keep your jobs, you have to work, but homeschooling really is not that bad. I worked at one point and homeschooled, and it's not as bad as you think. And you can educate your kids the way you see fit. You don't have to be confined in the house. You can take your children out and explore and move around. Learning does not have to be at a kitchen table with books all over it. Take your kid to the bank. Teach them how banking is done. Take them shopping and let them figure out the groceries to get and how much taxes will be implied on the food. You know, it's a learning experience. Next time you pay your property taxes, take your children with you so they can see how that whole process is done. There's many ways you can educate your kids. Many ways. You garden, teach your kids how to garden. Teach them how to fertilize and recognize a plant that might be failing and how to turn that situation around. Many things that will help them out in life you can do. You'd be amazed at just those few steps is giving your children a lot of education. So if you think you got to sit down at a table every day in order to do this and you're not down with that, then you got the wrong idea about what homeschooling is. You really do. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.